Hello, everybody. How's it going? I hope you're all having an amazing day, unless you're a Dallas Mavericks fan. Unfortunately, on Monday night, news came out yesterday on Tuesday, but on Monday night, Dallas Mavericks All-Star Kyrie Irving suffered a season-ending torn ACL in his left knee. ESPN Shams Sharina has reported. Star point guard fell awkwardly while driving to the basket and immediately grabbed his left leg. It looks like it was a hyperextension of his left knee in the replay. Remaining on the floor for several minutes, he was helped to the free throw line and sank both shots in, which I find absolutely crazy. I don't know how you suffer an injury like that, get up, and still continue to perform for as little as he did the two shots. Before heading to the locker room, he did not return to the game, finishing with 7 points in 9 minutes and 25 seconds as Dallas went on to lose 122-98 to the Sacramento. Now, for Kyrie Irving, this is very unfortunate. I don't believe, obviously, it's going to be a career ender. But again, I don't think he's going to come back and play 100% and be the Kyrie Irving that we've seen throughout the last couple of years when he comes back in the next season. Torn ACL is something that takes a long time to recover and come back from. And not that he's older, he is only 32 years of age, but he's getting a little up there, and Father Time is going to start to catch up. And it's going to be very hard for him in the next couple of years to play on that knee. And God forbid anything else in the future were to happen to him, injury rise, that same leg or knee. I hope Kyrie Irving gets a quick recovery and he comes back for the Mavericks because Lord knows they need it. A couple weeks ago after the Luka Doncic trade, you could argue that the Dallas Mavericks were arguably in purgatory. They are now fully in the depths of hell. The city of Dallas actually kind of looks like hell because they got attacked by a crazy looking sandstorm right now. I'll put a picture up in the video here. You guys can see. Crazy looking shit. And it actually kind of looks like hell. Anthony Davis is still out with the left abductor strain. He's going to be out for reportedly about 2 to 3 more weeks. So that really only leaves the Mavericks right now, who are in 10th position, the final play-in spot, with Klay Thompson, who hasn't been all that great, hasn't been the Klay Thompson of old that we've seen in the past, and Spencer Dinwiddie, who is now probably with Davis and Irving out, going to be their primary ball handler. And owner of the Mavericks, Nico Harris, has announced that ticket prices for season ticket holders are going to be going up for next season, which doesn't make too much sense. Why? I don't know how you give away one could argue a bigger all-star in Luka Doncic away to the Lakers, who don't even get me started, are in second in the West right now, below the Oklahoma City Thunder. For Anthony Davis, Kyrie Irving gets hurt, so your chances of going to the playoffs are pretty slim at the moment. We'll get into that later. And you're going to raise ticket prices for your season ticket holders, arguably the most loyal fans who put up the most amount of cash towards your organization. I don't know where he's thinking of that. At least he did not raise ticket prices across the board, because I can only imagine if he did that, the outroar over the fans would have been astronomical. And there's been rumors floating around in the Twitter sphere and Instagram on social media that they're doing this in hopes to move the Dallas Mavericks franchise over to Vegas in the next couple of years, which I hope to God they do not do. Anyways, back to the Mavericks. What do you do if you're the Dallas Mavericks? Anthony Davis is still going to be out for the next 2 to 3 weeks. So when he comes back, do you sit him? Do you sit Dinwiddie? Do you sit Thompson? Give your bench players some time on the court, some experience. Just look forward to the future. And for next season, honestly, I think that might be the best choice. Now, I think it all honestly depends on what the Mavericks are able to do during the absence of Davis. Now, he's still expected to, like I said, be out for 2 to 3 more weeks. If they're able to put a couple wins together, a couple good wins together, which unfortunately they're on a 2-game losing streak at the moment. But if they can string a good couple wins together, 5, 6, 7 wins, put them together, or unfortunately if they bomb and go on a massive losing streak and drop out of the 10th place, I think it really depends on what they do in these next couple of weeks until Davis comes back. Like I said, if they bomb, then I think you bench him when he comes back. You bench Thompson, Dinwiddie, you bench the starters. You give the bench players some time. But if they're able to win some games, and like I said, they're in 10th place right now. The Mavericks are tied with, I believe, the Clippers and the Kings. They each have 32 wins. 30 losses for the Mavericks, 29 for the Clippers, 28 for the Kings. You're still in hardy competition to get up there. I don't believe they'll get out of the play-in tournament. But right now, the Timberwolves, Kings, Clippers, Mavericks, if Anthony Davis can come back and play healthy, I think they have a chance against the Sacramento Kings, but not against the Clippers or the Timberwolves. Phoenix Suns are 1 game behind them in the 11th spot. So they start putting some wins together. They're currently on a 1-game winning streak. They could knock the Mavericks out of contention. I really think it all matters in what they're able to do in the next 2 to 3 weeks while Davis is out. Even if the next couple of weeks are just mediocre for the Mavericks, I think you set the team and you look forward to the future. No playoff run. Because even if Davis comes back and they're still playing mediocre basketball and they're not able to string a lot of wins together, I don't see them beating the Timberwolves. I don't see them beating the Clippers. I think they could beat the Sacramento Kings. But once you get out of that play-in tournament, they're going to be playing the Warriors, who I don't think they could beat. The Rockets, I don't think they could beat. The Grizzlies, Nuggets, Lakers, and Thunders, I don't think they could beat. All with the 50-50 Anthony Davis. Klay Thompson not playing it to the Klay Thompson is old, which is what they need. And Kyrie Irving also being out. I think that's too tall of a task to ask for this Mavericks team. So again, even if they get some mediocre ball in the next couple of weeks, and it's just like a win, loss, back, back and forth type of scenario. When Davis comes back and he's healthy, I think you sit him. You retire the team for the rest of the season. Give the final spot to the Suns or the Trailblazers. There's no shame in admitting in defeat and saying, hey, we know we're not going to make that good of a run. So let's just look forward to next season and have an even better team put together, go on a better run, and get out of the play-in tournament, and we can actually be in a playoff solid spot. All in all, this has been one hell of a disastrous season. If you're a Dallas Mavericks fan, I feel sorry for you. Watching your all-star number 1 great franchise player in Luka Doncic get traded to the Lakers, who a lot of people were saying they weren't even going to make the play-in tournament this season. Well, they were going to make the play, but they weren't going to make the playoffs this season. They were in really rough shape before the All-Star break, and now they're on a 7-game winning streak. In the 2nd place in the Western Conference, 10 games behind here of the Oklahoma City Thunder, so I don't think they're going to catch up and get first place. The West, seeing your team drop down, 2-game losing streak now. You're fighting for a play-in spot with the Phoenix Suns, who have had a very bad season. Ticket prices are going up next year if you're a season ticket holder, so the news just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. It has been a disaster of a season, and like I said, in my personal opinion, it just matters how the next couple of weeks go. If you have some great basketball being played by Dinwiddie, by Thompson, by your bench players, and they're actually able to propel themselves maybe out of the 10th, 9th, 8th spot in the West here, then maybe you consider bringing Anthony Davis back and making a final push for maybe the 6th seed. I don't think they will get to it. I think that's unrealistic. Potentially, I think the highest they could go is the 7th seed. Then you could look for a potential mini playoff push, probably a first round bye. But if it's some mediocre basketball, some shit ball being played the last couple of weeks, bench everybody. Look forward to next season. I feel bad for Dallas Mavericks fan. This is absolutely terrible what they had to endure during the trade. Now losing the best player on the team, and they're going to have to pay more to see their team play next season. all in all, it's a shit situation and it's pretty bad. Anyway, guys, that's going to be all from me today. If you like this video in any capacity or found it entertaining, please do not forget to like and subscribe. I am almost at 200 subscribers. Hoping Kyrie Irving gets a quick and healthy recovery off the torn ACL. It's never good to see an athlete go down in that fashion. Hopefully the Mavericks could do something, although I think it's looking pretty grim though. If you're a Mavericks fan or not, I hope you all have a good day. Be safe. Peace out until the next video. I'll catch you guys on the next one.